baby.
Need sunglasses? Get a prescription pair free when you buy any pair of glasses now at Pearl Vision.
Check the yellow pages for the location of a Pearl Vision near you.
In the next half hour, Weather Center PM, a comprehensive national forecast. At 40 after, Weather Center PM continues with highway and air travel conditions. Then the weekend outlook. And at 50 after, Storm Watch. But right now, it's your local forecast on the Weather Channel.
Well, we're going to talk about potentially dangerous weather still popping tonight, including a number of severe thunderstorm warnings in effect now. Pretty stormy night in Dallas. We're included in this, too. Pretty stormy, too, throughout the Mississippi Valley and the Southern Plains. Good evening. I'm Paul Emick.
And I'm Kim Perez. Thanks for joining us at Weather Center. Now, we have a lot of potential for severe weather this evening. It's already begun tonight. Let's take a look at what's going on. Folks, explosion is happening here in Texas tonight. Severe weather popping up all over northeastern Texas especially. And severe weather, well, extending all the way into the Ohio Valley tonight. But right now, the biggest threat is in Texas this evening. We have some of our jet energy now coming into play, kind of what we've been waiting for this evening. That's what's been lacking, it seems like, tonight, because everything else has been there today. But now we're starting to see winds pick up in the upper levels of the atmosphere to about 100 knots in East Texas tonight. So now we have those winds, those strong winds in the upper levels, and we're seeing thunderstorms develop. It's right along our front, and actually this is a little old because we have plenty of green on the map now here in northern Texas. Dew points in the 60s there right now. So a lot of juice to work with for these thunderstorms, and dew points in the 50s all the way into the Ohio Valley, where earlier we even had a tornado touchdown in southern Indiana. I haven't seen any reports of any kind of damage with it. It was just a quick touchdown. And actually we had some funnel clouds in Illinois tonight. So severe weather extended all the way into the Ohio Valley, but tonight it's winding down here. Now the emphasis is here in the south, including Dallas, including Mount Pleasant, including Paris, Shreveport. You are under a severe thunderstorm watch right now until early morning, so it's going to be out there for a while. In Little Rock, we thought you were out of the woods, but the front is now heading your way, and along that front we're seeing thunderstorms develop tonight. Look at this. I mean, within 10 minutes there was nothing here, and in 10 minutes we now have many thunderstorms out there tonight. A lot of warnings, folks. I'm not going to even tell you all of them, but anywhere where you see these red areas, you can pretty much guarantee you are under a severe thunderstorm warning. Dallas right now is under a warning. Dallas County, you should be taking cover if you live there, because we're expecting maybe even large hail and damaging winds tonight. Right now it's hailing in Dallas, as a matter of fact, on your observation. So a golf ball size hail is not out of the question. That could really put some dents in your car or even on you. So please stay indoors tonight. And farther north into Little Rock, looks like a few thunderstorms out there this evening still. And in southwest Arkansas, a few warnings here around Texarkana. So be on the lookout there. And earlier this evening, the severe weather threat Well, now it's pretty much winding down here through the Ohio Valley. Some good news for you folks in Kentucky, where we saw some active weather this evening, and even in western Kentucky. Indianapolis looking pretty good tonight. Farther west, though, St. Louis, it seems like a couple of days now you've had severe weather roll through, and it looks like now it's off to your southeast. A few storms around Champaign, where earlier we had a funnel cloud spotted west of Champaign tonight. No reports out there right now, or no warnings out there right now, which is good news. Farther north around that low, just shower activity. Chicago, you're okay. No problems here. So just keep us in mind. A lot of severe weather happening across the south tonight, especially into Texas. And then our forecast, we'll be talking about that severe weather moving east tomorrow. Now for a look at the rest of the country, here's Paul.
That's right, Kim. Let's have a look at the rest of the happenings across the U.S. Of course, we looked at all the damp weather and the really worst of the well weather tonight. Trying to stay around Dallas, incredibly stormy. The West Coast, we're not out of it also. We're dealing with wet weather tonight and some showers. Pretty wet still. Around Marysville, especially around Sacramento, it's pretty damp. Little trough there, kicking off a few spots of action in parts of Idaho and Nevada. But the main thing is this area of low pressure just offshore. Still cranking along here, low pressure. Little impulses kicking out here, and the moisture is still flowing in. What does it mean to us on the ground? It means if you're around Seattle tonight, it's not a problem. If you're driving I-5, it's okay. Listen to some great music outside around Seattle, you're okay. But Portland, a little wet weather, maybe toward Tillamook here shortly. Even Troutdale might get damp. Around Eugene, wet. Pendleton seeing some wet weather too, but Baker reporting some thunder presently. Wet into parts of Idaho too. Further south into California, a little wet at times here in parts of Nevada, but wet for Ukiah. Yeah, pretty wet here off and on throughout the night. Not a lot happening now, but some drizzle still remaining. Eureka wet. San Francisco, we're okay in the immediate Bay Area tonight, but just to our east, pretty wet. If you're driving, say, from Sacramento or Marysville, around the Air Force Base around Sacramento, heading on toward Reno, Interstate 80, it looks a little bit damp throughout California. Further south, San Diego, we're good. LA, we're okay. Santa Barbara, sprinkles still popping up, but not reporting anything in LA Metro. Could see sprinkles. Wouldn't rule it out. Maybe a little better day on the way tomorrow. We'll look at that in the forecast in a few moments. L.A. 64 tonight on the Sunset Boulevard. You have no problems. San Francisco, okay, at around the Golden Gate Bridge. Nice around Fisherman's Wharf, too. Seattle at 61. Denver, 48. Not mile-high warmth, but not bad tonight. Northeast, little area of low pressure continues to keep the wet weather spiraling here. You can even see that counterclockwise motion here. Buffalo around Watertown. Even more water around Niagara Falls. This is coming from the rain, not the falls itself. Wet, too. But around Pittsburgh, it's kind of drizzly. But in New York City tonight, not bad. A little better night on the Lower East Side. Out walking around, no problems. We're dealing with a little quieter night. Now, it was